When we talk movies in this show, it's mostly the newest theatrical releases. But let's face it, the vast majority of films are watched comfortably on the couch at home. So let's take a look at the future of video-on-demand services and how they're affecting Hollywood productions. First of all, the perks of watching movies or series through VOD are vastly superior compared to watching them on TV. There are no commercials, you can pause when you want, binge watch whole seasons, and most importantly, you decide what you want to see. For television as we know it, on-demand services are a major threat. But can they also compete with cinemas? Well, at the moment, not so much. Last year had the highest box office grosses of all time, so Hollywood isn't that concerned yet. Also, on-demand services counter illegal downloading, so everyone wins. After all, studios still get paid by VOD services for the movie rights. However, the past couple of years, big on-demand players are starting to produce their own series and films as well. In the past, VOD exclusives were mostly B films that were too bad for theaters. But when Netflix released the critically acclaimed Beasts of No Nation last year, they proved that they too can cook up A-list films. And with that milestone, on-demand production stepped from infancy into adolescence. Also, it paved the way for many more exclusives, as well as higher quality independent movies that just don't make the big screen. Like the upcoming flick Reassignment, although lead actress Michelle Rodriguez isn't exactly happy with the title.
I signed a contract to do Tomboy's Revenge. That's why I put my name on a contract that said Tomboy Revenger's Tale. Because as a package, it sells perfectly together. Once you change one element of that, you're fucking with the sales. That means I signed on to a movie that might not be successful. Because changing a title today is changing somebody's perspective when flipping through on demand. And Revengers, what is it they want to call it? It doesn't even stick. It's like Reassignment. I'm like, what is that? I'd pass it. Because I'm not interested. Titles are important.
We're not sure if this title is going to be a game changer, but the VOD market as a whole definitely is changing the way movies are being watched. Iconic directors like Steven Spielberg and George Lucas are even expecting an implosion for the film industry. According to them, in the future, cinemas will only show big-budget popcorn flicks. The smaller films will be shown only for a brief period with reduced ticket prices, or they'll just go straight to on-demand services. In fact, Spielberg has even revealed that his Oscar-winning picture Lincoln came remarkably close to being released on HBO. As for our own predictions, subscription-based video-on-demand providers need to stand out from their competition, and the best way to do so is by producing exclusive films and series. So we'll definitely be seeing more of those in the future. But the quality of them needs to be higher than that of the competitors, as well as the overall amount of content. Currently, there's a lot of fragmentation in VOD services, but we think that will decline. And in the future, only one or two giant multinationals will remain and drive the others out of the market. Another interesting trend is virtual reality. Key on-demand players are already investing big to make sure they're ready when VR devices become mainstream. We expect the rise of VR will prove to be a huge boost for VOD. Either way, the multi-billion-dollar on-demand market continues to grow exponentially. And who knows, in the long run, it might push out regular TV and visiting theaters entirely. Like what you see? Subscribe to our channel for more exclusive clips.